Peace to the guys in Earth. Rod tapping in. What's up with the family? How y'all doing out there, man? They just wanted to tap in. You know how we do from time to time. Just to tap in with the tribe, the Soul Tribe worldwide. All of our supporters. We love y'all. We always are appreciative for the love and support that y'all give us. So salute to y'all. And this video, we're going to address some things. As you can see in the title, we got to air out this so-called conscious community. We got to air it out. The reason why I say that is this. I don't respect people who throw stones and hide their hands. I feel like a lot of these personalities that you see on these platforms, that they may have the numbers, that they feel like they big time, they start acting like they big time and treating the people like they less than. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all probably don't have this view because y'all haven't dealt with the behind the scenes as far as dealing with business with certain platforms in this so-called conscious community. Because a lot of these people, they profess to be for their brethren and their sistren and for the community, and they banging on oppression and the government and how they have shady business practices. But then when you deal with them on some straight up business tip, they have those same practices. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not mad, so I want people to understand that this is not about me being upset, but I am aware, because these people, they would steal your ideas, they would try to take money from you, and they would try to take food off of your table so they can have an abundance on their table. And that's just greed. Let's just call a spade a spade. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is. And a lot of it is, okay, we may be an unfamiliar face as far as the Sacred Tree, us as a brand. You know what I'm saying? But we as real as they come. A lot of these people, they don't know your background. You just see me as a family man that's trying to do right by myself and my family and trying to better ourselves. For some reason, we have this impression that we've already made it, or we're doing something that's other people ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? And we come from a humble beginning just like everybody else. Like, I'm from the natty. I'm a natty nigga, like straight up and down. So don't ever get that twisted. You know what I mean? I cleaned up very well from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I done been through the gang shit, the drug dealer culture. I done been through all this shit that you think you've been through and survived out of. So have I. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever get that misconstrued just because you see a face or a personality on the screen. But I really just wanted to hone in on these shady business practices that these people have. You know what I'm saying? Because when I deal with them, and I ain't trying to say no names because, like I said, I'm not upset. But they need to know that I'm aware. You see this eye behind me? You know what I'm saying? You see that, right? Y'all know what that represents. I'm painting that. This is a work of art that I'm working on right now. Like I said, I'm really big on letting people know about Solomon's temple and how to build the body like how Solomon built his temple. And a lot of these shady business practices, these people, they treat you like the Philosopher's Stone. And for those that don't know, go look that up. That's the stone that the builder threw away. And it turned out to be the cornerstone. The one that they really needed and that they should have collaborated with when having the opportunity. So when you hear these personalities talking about they want to big up the community and how we need to unite economically and pool our funds and all this type of shit, as a consumer, that should be sounding good because you're paying attention, you're buying their workshops, you're all in because you feel like these people is like me, they represent me. The moment you peek behind the curtain and call these dudes to task as far as trying to get out the matrix, build a family business for yourself, and really try to evolve just like they're trying to do, and they feel like they've reached a level of success. And then when they see you're trying to reach that level of success, they hit you with that belly line. I gotta drop a dime on them fools with a banana in their mouth and all that shit. Like real shit. Like that's how these niggas be coming off. And what's even more funny is that they think you don't see that shit. They don't know who you are. They don't know who you connected to. They don't know how divinely inspired you are. And like I said, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands, not knowing that you see what they doing. I don't have to have proof or confirmation. We just know, because that's how we are with Spirit. So Spirit put it on me today. This download came today to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? They put it on me so I can let people know that that those shady big business practices gotta stop, bro. It's a new day. Out with the old, in with the new. And if you can't adapt and you can't adjust, you don't have new, fresh ideas, and you'll rather take it off of fresh, new talent that maybe you may be unfamiliar with, instead of just trying to take and run with their business ideas and marketing strategies or whatever it is, why not collaborate? You know what I'm saying? Why not get to know the people that you're prejudging? Because a lot of these people don't know shit about you, but they call you everything but a child of God. You see what I'm saying? And we've dealt with this so many times from our family, from people around us. So this is something that we're used to. And I just really want the people to know as we go and grow and evolve, because we ain't stopping. We ain't the type of energy that you can just put on ice and think that shit gonna just stop. Like, next time y'all see us, we're gonna be even bigger and better. And we're gonna keep growing, and the Soul Tribe is gonna keep growing. Because like I said, this so-called conscious community, they fake it, the funk people. They're not who they say they is. And I don't care. You can name any major platform. I haven't dealt with all of them, but the ones that I've dealt with, shady as fuck. Real shit. And I'm not mad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad. I just want them to know that we're very aware of what they're doing behind the scenes. That's why I got my eye. You see what I'm saying? That's the eye of Ra. I am Ra. When y'all see my commercials, usually I end it with Ra, because that's me showing you that I'm in tune with that energy. You know what I'm saying? And I call it the black light. It's not that blinding light. It's the light that you can point in the dark. It's the black light. Because a lot of people do a lot of shady shit and they think you don't see it. So I want them to know that we see y'all. We understand it. Because at the end of the day, everybody trying to get out of this thing, man. They hustling. And my whole thing is, it's surprising when you hear brothers profess to be this thing, and then when you get close up on it, or when you try to do business with them, you start to see that they ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And my only reason for really dropping this is to let those know that's coming after me, that's trying to escape the matrix and do something in business, and they want to collaborate with some of these niggas that's out here, man. They on some fraternal shit. They think they're a fraternity, and they think that you're not allowed to tap into their source of income. You see what I'm saying? So just like how we always do, we create our own. That's all we do here at the Sacred Tree. We create. We do God's work. You see what I'm saying? So we're never in a place of jealousy or trying to step on nobody's feet or trying to cut nobody's throat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a very quiet dude. But when the spirit is put on me to say something, I got to speak on certain things, just so a person after me doesn't have to go through this same shit, and they can be aware. So the whole point is to be very knowledgeable, very wise, and use your discernment. How powerful your discernment has to be when dealing with these personalities on the screen, because that's all they are, is a personality, people. Don't ever get that shit twisted. I remember when we first came into the community, mind you, we've been running our business, but ever since the pandemic and shit, like, everybody had to go online, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. So we started advertising through certain avenues, and it always starts off cool because you put money in their pocket. You see what I'm saying? But then the moment that they feel like you're getting too big for your britches, or bigger than them, or whatever the case may be, I don't even give a fuck about that part. As long as I'm paying you your price, I expect a certain respect that comes with that. But these niggas don't even have those code of ethics. They don't even have that morality. They don't even have integrity, but they're preaching to you that these are the things that they stand on. And I'm telling you, they not. They not. And I'm sure it's other people that has bear witness to it. I feel like one of them that come off top of the head is Young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? He got his own issue. He had his own issues with the so-called conscious community too. But in a lot of times, it was what happened was, it was money on the table. And shit get fucked up when there's money on the table. Because at the end of the day, cash is king with these niggas. You feel me? Like, it ain't hard to see. You know what I mean? And that's cool. As long as you buying their workshops, as long as you're paying attention, as long as you're giving them their views, oh, we brothers, and we love y'all, and Big Mama energy, and all that shit they be yapping about. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you hold them to task, that's when shit flip. That's when the tables turn. And they really start trying to gangbang on a family business. It's hilarious when you think about it. You know what I mean? But I just feel like we family now. You know what I'm saying? If you join the tribe, salute to y'all, man. Like, we deal with real energy over here, man. Like, we God's people for real. Like, when I say that we are who we say we are, like, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, they gonna find out when it's too late. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, how you claim to be God, but you don't recognize God when you see it, or when you see him or her. You feel me? And that's what happens with a lot of these fucking so-called influencers and shit like that. They be fake as fuck, and it's because they may present good information, people buy into them, but that doesn't make them a good person. Because we are about character. You got to live the shit that you saying that you learning about. You got to live that shit. You got to walk it. You got to be it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these niggas just be talking. Like I said, I'm a quiet nigga. I don't really be making videos every other day and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's Big Mama turn to talk. I would rather hear female influencers and hear their perspective than I would another nigga anyway, because I done heard it all, seen it all, been through it all. Like, I don't need to really hear nothing from another nigga unless it's really something of substance that we can build together with. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of these niggas think you need to come to them like they have some divine secret that you can't just tap into yourself and find out yourself for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we do here at the Sacred Tree, man. We're trying to put the power back into people's hands. So when I see that it's black men, indigenous men, whatever you want to call that shit, banging on the white man and saying he's shady and oppressing you and all this type of shit. And when they start saying that, yo, we got to pull ourselves up, start building our own communities and shit like that again, and then you start trying to do that with them, they ain't really about that, bro. They not. They would rather take your ideas and run with it, because I think the conscious community is so small, they feel like it's only so much money to go around, and it's crabs in a pot all over again. And another thing, too, that y'all got to pay attention to is COINTELPRO is past 2.0, my nigga. So a lot of these people is already agents in your face, sashaying around in this charade that they call being conscious or being woke. None of them even practice that shit that they be talking about. Half of them be talking about they vegan, they this, they that, and they don't even be practicing what they preach for real, man. So my whole thing is dig. Use your discernment. Choose wisely what you ingest. It's cool to dive into the information, get what you can get from it, but always start with yourself and end with yourself. You know what I mean? Because these personalities, man, they just that. They just like mainstream TV with it, man. They're starting to grow that type of ego. You see what I'm saying? And that's one thing about men that talk a lot. You start to see their ego. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I would rather hear the women talk. It's Big Mama turn to speak. You feel me? But every now and then, I got to get in the front of the camera and address certain things and speak truth to power, because these niggas ain't who they say they is. And the funny part, like I said, they think we don't see them. So we got to shine a black light on them. We got to let them know that, hey, we see what you're doing, because we're that divinely inspired and connected to source. So we know what we're looking at. You know what I mean? And guess what? What's that saying? Who God bless, no man curse. Like, who God bless, no man can curse. You understand? So you trying to roadblock me, go out of your way to get in my way, block my blessings, whatever you think you're doing, that ain't nothing but just getting some karmic debt put on your ass. I'm telling you that right now. It ain't worth it. You better off riding with me than colliding with me. You feel me? And that's just how I move, man. And it's all love. This is not nothing to be like, ooh, I'm throwing shots or I'm sending shots. Like, nah, it's just something to think about, man. Because y'all don't know, like, who you dealing with or what you looking at when you talking about God's people, and especially with the sacred tree. We just always in creative mode, and we really are here to spread love, light, and peace and community when it's real. You know what I'm saying? And you can feel it. And I know I'm not the only one to see the fraud shit that be going on with this shit. Because it's really about $1 with these people, man. And it's more of the same. So, if you're ready for something real in your life, come to the Sacred Tree, man. See what we have to offer. It ain't even about buying the products and none of that type of shit. It's just about recognizing the real. Don't let these niggas mimic the real or imitate the real and then try to disrespect the real. Like, that ain't how this shit go, man. We're original with this shit, man. Everything we do. You know what I'm saying? And we walk with powerful ancestors and energy that don't go for certain shit. So I ain't even got to be the one to do anything. I just speak truth to power, then my ancestors handle the rest. You see what I'm saying? So I am the Eye of Ra. You feel me? And look at the painting. It's still in construction, but look at it. We got the elemental forces all in the eye. What's that? Earth, fire, water, air. You feel me? So we're just like, we cooking with some grease over here, you heard? And I'm a natty nigga at the core of me. I'm still rough around the edges. So when I gotta say something, that has to be said. You feel me? And I be trying to let niggas live. I give them their rope. You know what I'm saying? But when I see that you ain't who you say you is, it's kind of alarming. You know what I mean? These niggas be believing their own hype. That's what that shit be. And it shouldn't be like that. If we're trying to come up out of something, it's like, why are you doing more of the same and trying to act like you're not? You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, it's a wake-up call. It's time to air out this fake so-called conscious community shit. Like I said, I'm not disgruntled. Keep getting y'all money. Keep doing what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And see how far you get. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, what I see, it ain't what you selling. You know what I mean? And mind you, like I said, I'm behind the scenes with it, and I see how these niggas get down. I ain't even gonna make this drawn out, but I'm gonna just hit you with this last example. When we first came into the game, and this is another thing that we have to address, the colorism in our community. I remember one of our first commercials was my wife, she's pregnant, walking through our yard and shit like that. And it was a lot of people stuck on the fact that she's light-skinned and she's Jamaican. Like, this is not an interracial relationship, even though, you know, I'm not against that. Like, love is love, right? So, but we're still hung up on basic, like, retarded shit, like colorism. If you don't know by now that black goes from blackity black to albino white, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, y'all got to go back to the basics and the fundamentals of consciousness. You feel me? So I salute the elders, the Sister Myras, the Bobby Hemmitts. I like Rod Hayes, the Delbert Blairs, the Dr. Yorks, the Dr. Phil Valentines, Layla Africa when he was alive. What's the name? Who did the ISIS papers? Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Like, the list goes on, man. We've all were gathering information in our own time, and we're all have a piece to add to the puzzle. So when somebody tries to X you out of the equation as if you don't have something of value to give to people, then that's when you gotta say something. You feel me? And I actually heard one of that I've heard that from Rod Hayes when he said you have to publicize your grievance. So I listen and learn. That's what we do as guys. We don't feel like we're above reproach and that we just know everything. And now I can teach you everything. It ain't about that, man. It's really not. So just a few things, a few balls I had to drop on the people. Like I said, if you're part of the Sacred Tree, the Soul Tribe, we love y'all. And even the shit that I'm talking about, we love y'all too. We still love y'all, but we just know how y'all move. And I feel like y'all think y'all getting away with something and you're not. Everything will be held accountable. You understand? And regardless if you don't want to take accountability or not, life has a funny way of making sure you do. You feel me? And shout out to Rashad Jamal. He was another one that was dropping heavy science on the people, and he got jammed up, and now they forgetting about that man. So I salute him for his knowledge that he was bringing. And it's just funny how niggas turn into crabs in a pot to their fellow brother man, you know? And they be so quick to throw you away and be like, see, look, you know what I mean? It's disheartening, you know what I mean? But at some point, you gotta like be like, nah, bro, we can't move like that. If we're trying to be the ones to make things right, you know what I'm saying? That's more of the same. So we might as well just let the people that's oppressing at the top now, might as well just let them rock. Because all you're doing is just mimicking what they do. You feel me? So we really got to snap out of this psychosis of thinking that there's not enough money to go around. We got to slit somebody's throat because they're not familiar to us. These shady fucking block game practices that they be having and shit. And it's like, it's almost reminiscent to Tupac. I see why he was on some East Coast, West Coast. Like, it wasn't that. It was just the people that he thought was loyal to him snaked him. You feel me? And it's just like, that's what happens with disloyal ass niggas. You see what I'm saying? And you don't owe nobody nothing. And I'm not expecting nobody to give me shit. But I do expect some kind of respect when I'm putting money in your pocket. And a lot of the times we've bought workshops. We've supported as much as we can. Everybody's struggling and hustling. You know what I'm saying? So when we can, we try to support. You feel me? But when I see that we're trying to rise up for ourselves, so if we do get in position, we can even help more. And then I see that these niggas is trying to stump you out before you can even get a momentum. Then that's when I got to speak up, man. Because these niggas got the game twisted like you ain't who you are. You see what I'm saying? So you got to let them know. And that's all it is, because I don't want nobody else to have to go through shit that I'm going through or my family's going through because of some hating ass niggas or some motherfuckers that feel like they can take your swag and run with it or imitate you better than you. You feel me? So look at that eye, man. This eye is always watching. And a lot of the time, these niggas, they'll throw rocks, hide their hands, right? And then think that you don't know where the rock came from. We know what's said about us behind our back and behind the scenes, because it's all based on the behavior. It's not hard to see. You feel me? So God bless to you all. I wish much love and success and abundance to you all. You feel me? But I just wanted the people, the real God's people. If it's 144,000, I'm talking to y'all. It can be the 200 or whoever, however many people is following us on our YouTube or whatever. It's like, it don't even matter the numbers, because a lot of the master teachers, I've seen them teaching in rooms where it was only like 2 or 3 people in that motherfucker. And they was teaching like it's a full room, like it's packed. And that's how I am. You feel me? So it don't even matter about the numbers to me. It matters on how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? As human beings and respectable. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it to get it, man. You feel me? And I feel like if there's anything that you have a question for, just ask. You know what I mean? And then we'll tell you. But this is for the people. This is for y'all to know that use your discernment when watching these personalities that you see on camera, yo. Because they ain't nothing but more of the same. All right. Today is the ending of our sale. So go check down whatever pieces that you want. Go get them while you can. Like I said, this ain't even about that. I just had to air some shit out in this so-called conscious community, because we ain't acting conscious. We acting like we still sleep out this motherfucker, man. Like, and that's just real rap. And it makes you just think like it's a lost cause when you be thinking of how are we going to come up up under this devil's boot when you see that your own people, and I don't really consider them my own people. It's like when you see that the people that you're trying to collaborate with and make money with, that they would rather step on you just like the oppressor. They would rather that so they can come up. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. You know what I mean? So as consumers of conscious community content, y'all don't know this side of the story. So I'm letting y'all know behind the scenes, most of these niggas ain't who they say they is, bruh. They not. So use your discernment. And then when you start doing business with them, or even if you do, just move accordingly. You know what I mean? Because there be a lot of shady shit going on behind the scenes. And they be trying to, like I said, throw stones and hide their hands. But God sees all. And who God bless, no man curse. All right, family. I love y'all. This is Ross signing out. Peace.